I'm gonna talk to you about something serious. You might not know who I am, but it's alright. This topic that I'm talking to you about is about VR, virtual reality. Right now it's 2016, February the 25th, and we're not even getting near close knowing what virtual reality is. I read an article online that the Galaxy S7 is coming out and it supports VP VR headset, virtual reality headset, and this headset is a PlayStation 4. If you're watching this in the future, then you might say that's old news. That's like very old, but right now, I just wish we would know what virtual reality is, because we're not getting it right. Um, right now, there's something called the Oculus Rift. We have that for gaming, and it's pretty cool. I mean, but the thing we're doing is here's what we're not getting. Okay, for virtual reality, we're just looking at the eyes and the head movement. That's what we're looking at. But that's really not important for virtual reality if we actually think about it. So I say the Sony VR and the Oculus Rift VR, they're pretty the best ones out here so far this year. But that's just, that's just gonna, no, that's, virtual reality does not, is not from the eyes, it's from the mind. Like, how can I say this? Virtual reality, it's, what they're doing right now is they're using your eyes to see into a new world, which technically is just a screen. And once you move your head around, like in a 360 and stuff, you get to see around it. But all you're doing, you're just messing with the sensitivity, or the sensitive part of the helmet. So you're not really in virtual reality. There's just a screen in your face, and all you're doing is moving around. And while you move, the sensitivity of the gear will move with you. So it looks like you're actually in a world, but you're not. To me, there's an anime. I watch a little bit of anime. This anime is called Sword Art Online. There's just Sword Art Online 1 and Sword Art Online 2. I've only watched the first one, and I got a glimpse of virtuality, and they're doing it correctly. There's people out there that know what virtual reality is, but yet no one has succeeded into making it. How long we're waiting? It's 2016 right now. I don't know what year it is, what you're watching, but right now it's just 2016. For some reason, could not could Sword Art Online, they taking virtual reality the wrong way too. Because in the beginning, this guy, he puts a helmet on his head, virtual reality helmet, and then the helmet tells him, look, listen to this. It tells him to move around. Like it tells him to move around, and why? That's just a sign that that's things a rip off. VR, virtual reality, it's not physical. VR is not a physical thing. VR is a mental thing in your state of mind. You all know it's 2016 right now, where I'm doing it right now. February 25th, right now. That's what time it is right now. I mean, what date it is right now. And we don't know much about VR. And I say the first step into creating a successful VR is to know the human brain, the human mind, the human dreams. Ask questions like how what type of energy does the brain produce? How are we thinking things? How what part of our brain controls dreaming? People say I've Google searched this. Apparently people think dreaming is all the brain, which I don't believe that. I mean, the whole brain controls dreaming, really? I think there's one little part inside the brain that just controls dreaming in general. And once we find out how we can control dreams, how we can control lucid dreaming, how we control memory, how we can control the human brain in general, like kind of brain control, kind of, but not really. Once we know that, once you know what a brain is and how it works fully, fully, then you have just completed the first step into creating a good VR headset. This is just what I've been thinking. I know this is on YouTube. I don't know if it's anywhere else on the internet, but if it's just on YouTube, comment down below and have a conversation with other people. Like, correct me if I'm doing something wrong, correct me. I'll try to get back to you. So, since the first step is just learning what the human brain is, there's a second step, and that is learning how to control, how to use, how to know what type of energy you could use to control to put the, to control the brain with an object that can just be placed in your head, and it just controls you. So once you know what type of metal to use or what type of object to use and how you can control the mind with just energy, any type of energy, just an energy that's safe, then you have the second step of creating an amazing VR helmet headset. The third and final step is the design. Like the whole thing. You manage to learn about the human brain. You manage to find the energy to control the brain. You've tested it so many times. You were certain that this could be virtual reality. So now all you have to do is just make the helmet. Boom. And now this helmet should work like this. The helmet should be put on your head, and it could either be charged, like with the battery, you could have a battery, or you can just have it plugged in. So, once you put this helmet on, like in Sword Art Online, I say it's a good idea to just go to sleep. Once you're once you're asleep, you should be the helmet should be like starting its magic. It should start detecting your dreams. It should start detecting when you're dreaming, and it should start controlling your brain activity. So it shouldn't control your physical movements. It shouldn't make your arm go up or your legs go straight or anything. Your body should be still, like when you're sleeping, just still. All the helmet's doing, all the headset's doing, it's just working your mental state. It's like you're lucid dreaming. You know what's going on. You still know what's going on, even though you have the helmet on you, even though you're asleep, you still know what's going on. You know you're in the game. You know it's ready, it's gonna be fun and everything on. So you're kinda lucid dreaming kind of. And the helmet's controlling that. It's zapping images into your brain. And those images is either the game or a video or a movie or something. It's zapping those images into your brain, and once it's zapped into your brain processes it, and it just the brain just puts this as a dream. So you think you're dreaming, you're in control of the dream, so you know what's going on. So there you go. It's just a couple simple steps into getting it. The very last step is just getting the game. Because I know whoever creates the very first actual VR headset or helmet, it's, there's gonna be some mistakes, and I know that. I know in the future, when there's like in the very, very far future, when there's VR helmets everywhere, you can watch videos and stuff easily. But from the since we're in the beginning of starting this VR process, I suggest just make it make especially stuff for it. Like make it special movies for it, special games for it. Just something you just for the helmet, nothing else. If you have a game, the game can only be put into the helmet. That's another thing. You have to know how to put the game in the helmet to zap into your brain. However, there's some warnings with this VR stuff. Something that very frightens me. These things just give me shivers. I mean, I want to have a virtual reality helmet. I want to go in a game. I want to have certain lives and everything. I just want to go into a game, have fun, let me be someone else. But there's some stuff that doesn't want me to do that. For instance, if a company designs a helmet and this company could do anything to your brain. Literally, this helmet is very dangerous because it could really mess up your brain in some ways. It could delete your memories. It could send wrong signals and cause you to die or something. I mean, we gotta think virtual is really, really dangerous. Controlling the brain is very, very dangerous. And this could happen. You can set the helmet into once you go in a game, and if you die in that game, you could die in real life. Because the brain controls the whole body system. So all the helmet has to do is shut off your brain. And that could be possible. Very, very possible with VR helmets. So that's one thing that's in danger. It could completely kill you. It could destroy you. And whoever's testing this test might not go well. There's could be a couple flaws, and those flaws could actually kill the creator if he or she are testing themselves. That's what I think about VR. Please, I want you guys to really get into this subject. Who's ever really into virtual reality, I really want you to think about it. I want you to think of what I said a little bit. I might be wrong in some things, and I'll take that. Someone could easily outsmart me right now, and I'll take that. I'll take whatever. I just want it to happen. I want VR to happen. But again, I don't. I'm afraid if I do, it could set the world to a new level of power. And with this power, many bad things will happen because we all know there's hackers around the world, obviously. These hackers could hack into the helmet, and we can start killing human beings, and yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Also, with lightning storms, and if a lightning bolt strikes you while you're with the helmet on and you're playing in a game and the lightning strikes you, you're definitely gonna die. So there's definitely some serious warnings with creating a virtual reality headset, and I want you and everybody who's really into this and wants to create one has to learn that. They have to know there's the warnings are very severe and very dangerous and should not be taken as a joke. They should know the warnings before even starting to create the helmet. I'm gonna go now. I really want you all to think. If this is on YouTube, I want you guys to comment, talk to each other, communicate. Nothing bad, no cussing, no nothing stupid. Don't act like children. Think think with the mind you have, and if you're really into gaming, if you're really into virtual reality, if you know what it is, if you know what it means, if you studied this, whatever age you are, I want you to think about it really, really well. And I'm hoping one day one of you will create it. I want you to create it, but there's many things stopping me. That said, goodbye.